Good evening, and welcome to A Grieving Mother's Journey, Leakland, where we air every Sunday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. with open mic every third Sunday from 6:20 to 6:50 p.m. We bring grieving mothers together to share, trust, and bond with one another, and to spread awareness of the pain that is caused when others choose to take a life by violence, and the various struggles we face on a daily basis just to make it through the day. I hope that this will make those that are on that horrible path think twice and turn their lives around. Welcome. Hey everybody, good evening, and welcome back to another episode of A Grieving Mother's Journey. We are on episode 19, and this is open mic night. I know a lot of you are probably watching the football game tonight. That's okay too, but I have to go on for my listeners that are looking forward to it as well. But anyway, so open mic is basically you can speak on whatever you want to speak on. No pressure zone. It can be something out of the ballpark. It could be about your child. It could be about good memories. It could be your birthday. It doesn't matter. You can speak on whatever you want to speak on. Of course, use a little bit of respect when speaking. We are live on a few platforms, so we just need to make sure we're, taking care of that part. I will start with a couple of announcements. So next week, we have another one of our very own group members that'll be coming on and speaking on the loss of her twin from domestic violence. So this will be our first, I believe, regarding domestic violence. So be sure to tune in and show your support. It's not easy to get on here and talk about the loss of a loved one. It took her a long time, so we want to show her some support. And feel free to call in, give her some encouragement. If you have lost a sibling or anyone, if you've lost anyone through domestic violence, we'd love to have you on for another episode. All you have to do is send me an email. The email is scrolling at the bottom, and that's agmj.51522@gmail.com. Feel free to call in a little bit after the announcements as well. Phone number is scrolling at the bottom. We do have a couple of people that wanted to come on here on the platform to speak tonight. So we look forward to that. In fact, I think I forgot to send someone an email. I'm sorry. I will take care of that. So again, the announcement for next week. Don't forget to join us. Veronica will be joining us and telling her story about the loss of her twin sister. And I do want to also just remind everyone to please throw your prayers out for Dr. Adia, my sister, the rest of the family, as Adia did lose her dad. So just, keep them uplifted in prayer. We'd appreciate that. And speaking of Dr. Adia, I haven't spoken to her yet, considering, the tragedy that just happened. So she may or may not be on next week. She may have to reschedule, and that's okay too. But I will let you guys know. In the meantime, if she chooses to still come on, she will be on the week after next, and she'll be touching on forgiveness. So make sure you tune in for that as well. The other thing I just wanted to remind you that this is going to be the last episode that on our group page that's going to be public. So actually this may be, I'll have to check that out. But due to a little bit increase in spam, I've decided to make our group page go private, and that's going to happen after today. Now, if you're already a group member, and you experience some issues getting in, just go ahead and shoot me a DM or an email and say, hey, this is the problem, and I want to make sure that you get back in. So that's the other thing. The other announcement is I did put a poll up. I want to do a very small meet and greet sometime in November. As you guys are aware, I've kind of been dealing with a couple of things myself with court dates and stuff for my son. Almost over, 2 down, 1 to go. And So I've been a little preoccupied, but I would like to do something that will be in the DMV for those that of you that are local. And of course, anyone that's out of state and would still like to join us, you are more than welcome to join us. So the poll's looking good, and I believe we're going to go move forward with it. So it will be next month. And I'm just trying to pull a few more things together. So hopefully everything will go well. And don't forget, next year is going to be our big bash. It's going to be around my son's anniversary. So with that said, let me take a moment, and I need to send an email for someone else that wanted to come on board. So give me just a moment. I'm sorry, guys. Got so busy. I did forget. I'm usually more prepared than this. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm back. So, if there's anybody out there that wants to call in, you can call in now, 571-409-3400. If you do want to be a part of the live podcast, you want to come on and speak your piece, feel free to just let me know. You can actually put it in the comments so I can see. And we have a couple comments already. Hey, Tom, thank you for joining again. Emmy and Maya say, hey, what's up, my babies? Camille, hey, Auntie, I love you. I love you too, Mama. And hey, Joyce, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate that. I love you too. So we do have a guest that wants to speak on, and I have no idea what she wants to speak on. This is just open mic. So, but you guys will probably remember her. She's been on a couple of times. Let's welcome Deborah to the stage. Hey, Deborah.
Hey, I'm trying to get my stupid phone. I'm having to do it on my phone because I can't get my computer to work right on it. I can't find it'll work
That's
right on it, just can't get through it.
it looks good. Everything looks good. You sound good. Everything is, I can see you. All of that. Awesome. How are you?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
No, I'm not good. I take it back. I lied. Lie like it up. You ever feel, let's see, like if you just stop doing, if you stop going, that you're not going to be able to start again? You know what I'm talking about?
So
Stop.
yeah, kind of like you have to keep going, and if you slow down a little bit, you won't be able to pick back up and keep it
Yeah,
going again.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's basically the way I feel at this time. Uh, I've actually felt like this for years, since probably 2018 when my granddaughter died, and then
What, you said your grandmother died
my granddaughter
recently?
in 2018. She was
Oh,
20. She was 23 days old.
oh gosh. Okay.
She died
Oh,
and everything, but and it just felt like ever since then, then 2020, my son, and I had a brother in uh 2021, and then
yeah.
another brother that I took care of for 7 years. And last year, September 29th, he
Yeah.
passed away.
So you've been through a lot.
Now my sister is there, and she's on hospice. Well, they call it comfort care. Well, she does anyway. But
Oh,
She was,
so that's what you meant when in the group that you were going to be away for a little while.
yeah.
And
I feel like I can't get it together.
like we just can't catch a break. But you know what? That might be your body saying, "Hey, you know what? Let me take a minute." Right? And you may need to do that, but you're a go-getter. I can tell, your group and everything that you have for those that have lost a loved one through fentanyl. You're a great advocate for that. So you'll be able to jump back in. But that's goodness, that's a lot of loss that you've been dealing with, and it may be your body saying, hey, let's slow down just a little bit, and it's okay.
But I just don't feel like, at this time, if I do slow down, like taking a break from the group right now, just for a couple of days. I mean, I check in with it, to
Yeah.
see if anybody's need anything, of course. But I I feel like if I step back too far, that I'll lose that, and I'll lose my following, and I don't want to lose that because I want to help people. But I, she's got so many kids and grandkids and everything, and it's my sister does, and it's so many people. I don't want to overwhelm her.
Hmm.
Yesterday, and she don't even know me.
Mm.
And of course, like I said, I've been through the same thing with my brother just a year.
Hmm. Right. I remember you mentioning that the last time you were on.
Just it's woo, it's get crazy. I just feel like I don't know.
Do you
Uh,
have an admin for your page?
no, no.
You need to look into that. It's very helpful. I have two admins, my daughter and my daughter-in-law. And it helps to kind of pick up the slack a little bit.
Right,
Because there are times that, I just can't. And I get what you're saying, that you don't really want to go away too long because you don't want to feel, you don't want your members to feel abandoned.
right, right.
Um, right. So if I were you, I'd get maybe a couple of admins that can kind of pick up fill that little space from time to time for you. But at the same time, our group members are there for a reason. And I don't think that you being the author of that group not being there for a certain amount of time, it shouldn't stop them, because our groups are made to help one another, right? Because I worried about the same thing, especially when I'm kind of going through my things, the thing with the trial, this and that. And yes, it did drop down some, but we have to remember that our main goal is just to help others. For me, I don't care how many people are in my group. I don't
Oh,
care if it's 5 or 500, right? As long as I'm helping somebody, we
yeah,
could have 5 people in my group, you know?
yeah.
So don't let that deter you from taking care of you, and do what needs to be done.
Right.
Because if they do drop off, they'll come back, because you're genuine in what you're trying to do.
I know it's definitely making a difference. I got a message, just a random message yesterday on there that this guy, he's in recovery. It's a brother and a sister, and they just happened to see somebody at I'm thinking at a meeting, recovery meeting. They happened
Mm.
to see somebody with one of my shirts on, and
Oh.
he loved it. And he messaged me and asked me where he could get, if he could still get one. And I just happened to have three here at the house that I had left over and everything. And I told him, I said, he lived here in Knoxville, we live close and everything. And I gave him the address and told him sure he'd come by and pick up a couple of shirts. Well,
That's awesome.
him and his sister both came over.
That's
We talked
awesome.
for a long time, and they got to sign the cross. They was very happy about that, and with the shirts and stuff. So there I see, it the group's making a difference. I'm reaching out,
Oh, good.
or hearing, and everything. And that did help yesterday. It helped my soul a lot, just being able to talk to them after coming back from
Mhm.
my sisters and everything. And that's reason I'm struggling with whether or not how much time, you know, I should be spending away from it. But I can't even think of things to post right now anymore. It just, I draw a blank. When I want to post something, I just kind of draw a blank.
Mm.
I've never been like that. I've always pushed through all the other deaths, over the last few years.
Mhm.
I've pushed through and everything. And but ah, she's my go-to person. She's she's always been, right there, day or night, didn't matter.
Mm.
I'm missing.
Oh, Deborah, I'm so sorry.
And it hurts.
How old is she?
I want to say 63. Yeah, she's 63. A couple of years older than I am. Hold on, I gotta get Kleenex.
Mhm.
Uh, she's not my blood. But she's my sister. You know?
Absolutely. Family isn't always blood, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But I don't understand. I mean, I've been through I've been through this so many times. What
Mm-hmm.
you know, my last brother that passed, you know, with him, I was his caregiver for 7 years. And, you know, at the end, it was it was a blessing that he,
Yeah.
of what he was going through.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's a real blessing. And I accepted it well. I even spoke at his funeral. I've never done anything like that, but I did. And because I felt I had to do it. But, and with my son, it was my son was a shock, you know, because it was just, we didn't expect that at all. So that was a complete shock.
Right. Unexpected. Yeah. That's the worst.
Yeah. My granddaughter was a shock. And no, I don't know which is worse. I really don't. I mean, I can't, because I've I've been through both now with both my brothers. You know, it was expected because they was on hospice. My sister, and but with my granddaughter and my son, it was totally unexpected.
Mm.
But I don't even know.
It just
I guess,
sounds like you need a break, Deborah. You need a break. We can only take so much. You're strong, but you know, even the strong need some time, right? We all need breaks. Everyone needs a break.
yeah.
And I think you need to take that break. It doesn't have to be a long time, but I think you need, a little bit to kind of absorb all of this and recuperate a little bit.
It seems like I don't know how to grieve. I don't, because I just pick up and stay busy. You know.
That's actually kind of a part of grief.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's just crazy because I think we're a lot alike in a lot of ways. And even with me, I grieve in other ways, but I also tend to keep myself busy with other things to avoid um this is what I'm looking for. The the sad part of the grieving, you
Right.
know. I mean, some people, everybody grieves differently. And some people do that. They throw themselves into work or, you know, dedicate themselves to whatever it is that that will keep their mind off things.
Right.
And I mean, what you're doing is very positive. And I know there's a lot of grateful people in your group, and I'm sure that I can probably speak for everyone in your group that they're there for you too, right? I'm sure they've lost, members of family members from fentanyl, and so have you. So it's a give and take, even though you are the CEO, if I may, of the group. You created it for a reason because of your experience.
Yep.
So I think they'll be very understanding, and I would suggest that maybe you get at least one admin that can kind of pick up and keep things going for you while you take a break. It's kind of like if you think of yourself in an office, right? And say it's supposed to be a two-man office, but you're running everything by yourself. You're one man running a two-man office. You're gonna get burnt out eventually. So you're gonna need to bring an assistant in to help take that heavy load. So it's kind of the same thing.
And I've always felt that hard. I was a manager for a retail store for 8 years. And of course, I had assistant manager and I had other employees. And it was always hard for me. I'd take my vacation every year.
Mm-hmm.
My phone would,
Oh,
I would still, because I never
still
went,
ring.
it was always a staycation. I mean, it just like with this, I didn't know if I wanted to do an admin because I don't want to have conflict. Is it like, do you do it with somebody in a different state, or do you do it with just
You can do
one?
it with anybody you want. You would just assign an admin, but I would suggest that whoever you assign, you make sure that you trust that person and that person is there for the same reasons that you were there. It needs to be somebody that understands what you are trying to do, what the purpose of the group is, because if they don't, they can't really help anybody.
Right.
And it kind of helps with now. Your group, is it private or public?
It's public.
It's public. So for those of you that don't know, by the way, any new listeners, Deborah is the founder of Wake Up Before You Don't, and it's for those that have been lost from fentanyl.
Well, it's all drugs or alcohol.
Yeah, or alcohol. I'm sorry. Yeah, drugs or alcohol.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it should be somebody that at least has an idea of the purpose and knows what you're going through, because that's really going to be the only way to help somebody in your presence. They have to be able to relate.
Right.
So yeah, but yeah, I mean, it could be a family member, a friend, anybody that you choose. It's your group. I just chose, my daughter and my stepdaughter, and they're really good. Because sometimes I'll get a little busy, and I try to respond to everybody that comes on, welcome everybody that comes on, but even though the group I still have a full-time job, things like that. So sometimes some days may get away from me, and then, I'll go and check, and I'll see, that my daughter and my daughter-in-law have stepped in. Even my best friend from back home, she always makes sure that she welcomes people as they come in, because I don't want anyone to feel like they're being ignored.
Yeah.
But eventually I do get to everybody the best that I can. But it is helpful to have that extra set of hands for the group, because having a group is almost like having a second job.
Yeah.
You know.
That's, I've got I work part-time, as a caregiver. And then I've got, this. And I guess I'm just feeling overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm. That's what it sounds like. So you gotta take care of yourself, because you need to make sure you have the strength to continue with the group. So the best thing to do is to take care of you. Even if it's just a few days, if you need more than that, take more than that. And like I said, I don't see anyone in your group not understanding. I believe that they would. Are you still there? I think you're frozen. If you can hear me, I'm just going to pull you down until you come back up. I'm going to move on for a minute in case somebody wants to call in. But don't hang up. Hey, everybody. Just make sure you lift Deborah up in prayer. She's experiencing a lot of loss, and we all know what that's like. Oh, I think we got disconnected. Hopefully she'll come back on. But if anybody wants to talk about anything, please feel free to call 571-409-3400. Share something exciting or something, something new. I do want to share that this past week, my son got justice on the second person. I think this time around, I really, really, really felt a sense of relief. The first time I did, but this was different. I had kind of gone through a couple of really bad episodes prior to that. I think, again, I was just kind of overwhelmed with everything myself. But I feel like progress has been made. I feel satisfied. And I say that because I honestly feel that the defendant, the second defendant, I really believe that he was remorseful. It doesn't change the fact that he did what he did, but I honestly feel in my heart of hearts that he was remorseful for what he did. And I think that kind of gave me a sense of peace. It was a real emotional sentencing. I almost want to say it was a little bit more emotional than the first one. But he did end up with 60 years with 20 years suspended, which means he'll do 40 years. And the other 20 is going to be on basically lifetime probation. Honestly, I did not expect that at all. I'm thinking, he'll get 20 years, maybe 25. But no, he got 60. I kind of feel bad for his family, his mom especially. She was totally hurt by that. But at the same time, he made that choice to do what he did. So, again, I'm not going to get too deep because we still have one more to go. And once all three are over, I'm going to come back and tell my complete story. I know I gave you guys a little snippet, before the trial started, a few things here and there, bits and pieces, but I want to be able to tell the full story from top to bottom. So anyway, Anybody have any good news, anything going on, any birthdays, anniversaries, just some kudos, please feel free to give me a call, 571-409-3400, or you can just leave a comment if you're too shy. Crystal says, hi, Queen. Oh, mwah, mwah. Thank you, my daughter-in-law. I am trying to think. Well, I know in December, my grandbaby has birthday coming up. You know how I know? Because she texted me today already. She had this whole like invitation thing with her little picture on it about celebrating her birthday. Now, granted, it's October. Birthday's not till December, but it was the cutest thing ever. So I had to ask her what she wanted. And of course, she sent me a few things. So, Maya, Fat, if you're listening, Nana got you, baby girl. Oh my goodness. So, again, this is open mic. Tend to be here alone, trying to talk about whatever. I probably should maybe plan it out, but that's not really what it's about. Open mic is just an open forum for people to call in or even pop in like Deborah did and pretty much just talk about what you want to talk about. And you can call, you can pop in. So if anyone has anything, I would love to hear something funny. But it looks like Deborah is back. I'm going to bring her back up on the platform, but please feel free to still call in if you want. Deborah's on the platform, so she can stay on here. It's fine. But I want everyone to have the opportunity to be able to share whatever you'd like to share. If you're angry at something, did you have a court case that didn't go well? Are you looking for justice for your son or daughter or cousin or whoever? Just give us a call. So in the meantime, welcome back, Deborah. What happened? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Deborah?
Hear me good? Yep.
Yeah, it looks like you're back. I don't know what happened before, but you froze and then you disappeared.
I'm gonna call you on the phone.
Okay. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you and I can see you. You can't hear me? You're freezing again. Is this Deborah?
Yeah, Miss Deborah.
Hey, I don't know what happened this time.
Hold on, I'm trying to mute. I think I muted it. No, I didn't mute it. I'm trying.
Get a lot of echo.
Yeah,
Hey, Jaleesa. I'm sorry, I was just reading the comment.
I think it's my internet that's doing a lot of it.
Oh,
And everything tonight, for some reason, it
Okay.
decided to
yeah,
say,
no,
hey, we're not playing.
that sounds better. I think it was because you were still on the platform. Maybe now you're off the platform, so I'm
Yeah.
not getting any feedback now.
Yeah, I went off the platform so I could just
Yeah.
do this because it just kept, my internet for some reason is messed up right now. I don't know why. It
Okay.
chose to do it at this time.
Yeah, it does it every now and then, good old technology. But while you were gone, I was just, just talking about a couple of things and inviting people to call in to speak on whatever they want to speak on. It is open mic. It's supposed to be every third Sunday, but I've had so many guests that, of course, a guest takes priority on that.
Right.
So I try to do this every now and then to allow people to just come on in and talk about what they want to talk about. And thank you, Jaleesa. I'm smiling today. So,
hush. Thank you, dog.
which one is that?
That's my 85-pound baby.
Oh,
Yeah, that's Willow. She's a mess. I'm gonna try to go over here to the Facebook page and watch it. Let
Okay.
you talk to others.
yeah, that's fine. That or YouTube, either one.
Well, I cannot never find it on YouTube.
So all you have to do
I can find your old ones,
but I can't find the live.
So no, because when you go to YouTube, you have to click there at the top. There's buttons at the top, and you have to click on where it says live. But it actually should just show up automatically. Let me check. It when it's live, it should show up automatically.
Yeah. Go over here on the Facebook real quick. While I'm still on Facebook, see how good it's playing.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's
looks like
showing.
it's playing good.
Yeah, it's on there. I'm seeing it now.
Okay.
So you just have to click live. It should come up on home though, like automatically. Yeah, it's on home when you're on the home button right there, like right at the page. It shows up live right there.
Okay. Well, I've got you on. I can finish watching you here on the Facebook.
Okay, no
Live.
worries. No worries. Is there anything else that you wanted to share, Deborah? Before you go?
No, I got that off my chest, and
Good.
that's
I'm glad
good.
we could help. I'm glad we could help.
Yes.
Yeah, look into that admin thing. I would definitely volunteer to help you out. The only thing, I mean, I know about grief. I didn't lose a child to fentanyl, and I don't want to not be able to help one of the people in your group. But if you don't find anybody, let me know. We'll see what we can do to help each other out. Or I can help you out because I have admins already. So
I appreciate it.
of course. Is everything going okay with StreamYard?
It's kind of going out, but I'm trying to read it as it goes by on Facebook. But all right, well, I'm gonna get off here.
Okay, Deborah.
But I'll continue watching.
All right. You take care of yourself. Call me if you need me.
You too.
Okay.
All right, thank
Okay.
you.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
It's always nice to have supporters. That was Deborah. Again, she is the founder of the group Wake Up Before You Don't. And it's for those, alcoholism, drugs, fentanyl, things like that. So feel free to drop on over to her page sometime and become a member. We're always here to help each other out. Not too long ago, I had a couple other people on here. I had Ebony on here, who was the founder of Can I Grieve? She is a grief specialist. And then, of course, Tahita Washington. She heads up Mobile Moms. And her son passed away from fentanyl too. So, again, we're all grieving. We all know what it's about. And we try to help one another out. So hop on over to either one of their pages or all of their pages and, become members. So it's 6:37. We still have a little bit of time. I'm trying to think of, okay, I have something to talk about. It has nothing to do with grief. So I have this puppy, gorgeous puppy, by the way. Amazing emotional support. I swear to goodness, it's like when I'm down, she knows it, and she's right in my lap. She follows me all over the house. So excited when I get home. She is a pit bull, and she's about 6 months old. So very smart working with her, and she's growing and she's learning and she's doing really well. I have a problem. If anybody out there has a puppy, a pitty, been through it, expert, what have you, call me. This girl, she's doing better. So maybe what I'm doing is right. I just need her to speed it up a little bit. This girl, I will take her outside. And sometimes she'll use the bathroom outside. Other times she won't. But even when she does outside, a little while later when we come in, she comes in and uses the bathroom. Like when I tell you that I'm so tired of shampooing my carpets, which I did again today, I am tired. So if anybody has any helpful suggestions on how to handle that, that would be fantastic. I am somewhat knowledgeable with the training stuff. Hey, Roka, I love you too. But yeah, it's just, she's a lot of work, but I'm not giving up on her because she is my rock, along, of course, with my kids and family and everything. But thank you, Mocha. Yeah, I am smiling today, guys. I know most of you probably saw in my last live, I don't normally put my emotions like that out there like that, but for some reason, I just felt that I had to, and maybe it was to help somebody. I'm a strong believer that things happen for a reason, and it makes me wonder. Well, was I led to do that because maybe somebody was thinking about doing the wrong thing, right? And I needed people to actually see what grief is really like. Like, I'm here and I'm smiling, and I'm still grieving, but I'm having what we call a very good day today. But a lot of people don't see the grief behind closed doors. So I kind of wanted to put it out there to let people know what it's really like. And I'm hoping that maybe I was led to do that because maybe I spoke to somebody. Who knows? I guess we'll find out soon enough, right? Hey, Lynette. Oh, I love you too. Thank you so much for joining and supporting. I really appreciate it. And yeah, Mocha, I did. I had an authentic. Mocha says you had an authentic and vulnerable moment. Boy, did I ever. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But it did feel good to get it out. It was just crazy because, it was the day before the second sentencing in my son's trial. And like I said, for some reason, that one just, I don't know. It's just really weird. It just really hit different. And I think maybe because, I felt that it was like, a total bucking, a total not me, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. And I think that's probably why when he took responsibility in the courtroom, I think that's why I have so much peace right now. It not that I'm gloating, but it felt good to know that he took responsibility for what he did. So I don't know. I'm just having a really good day today. Third sentencing is going to be a couple months away, so I have some time to woosah. And but anyway, I guess I might have to just start planning this thing out, about things to talk about every time I get on here. Nobody wants to call in. Thank you, Deborah, for calling in. No, I'm just playing. Hey, Lynette. Oh, God bless you too. I hope you guys have been keeping up with everything. And we got justice twice, Lynette. I'll probably, give you a sidebar call and kind of fill you guys in. If not, please tell everybody hello and give them kisses for me. So I'm not sure what else to talk about. Oh, we do have a caller. Hold on one second. Hello, thank you for calling A Grieving Mother's Journey. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, Donna. This is Laverne.
I'm sorry, who is this?
Laverne.
Lavon, hi, how are you?
Fine. I'm in the chat. I'm watching the live. I'm in the chat. I've answered a couple of questions that were asked.
Oh, okay. So in the chat, meaning in Facebook?
Yes.
Okay, see, I'm actually streaming through the program that I use, so I won't see that until afterwards. So fill me in.
Oh, well, we had one person in the chat asking for the website for Deborah's Facebook group.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I gave that information.
Thank you.
And then someone wanted to know if this was live, and I told them, yes, it is live. So,
It is. It's live on my personal Facebook page, YouTube, and of course the group page for all the group members. Yes. Ma'am.
Yes. I just sent a request to join the group.
Awesome.
But I've been following you for about 3 weeks, ever since Ebony and the other young lady came on.
Tahida or Deborah?
Tahida.
Okay.
Tahida.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes.
So now let me ask you, do you follow, because are you just not just, I hate that word. Are you a supporter of the groups, or have you actually lost a child or a family member?
Yeah, I lost my firstborn son back in 2001
Oh.
to gun violence.
Oh, okay. You know, did you leave a comment on my page and I responded about my son? Was your son in August or May?
No, I responded a couple of days ago when you was on YouTube and you had that sad moment,
Oh,
and
okay.
I responded saying that I feel your pain.
Thank you so much. Yes, I
Mm,
know, I know. You can totally relate. Oh
yes,
my gosh, it's like it's really hard to explain to those that have not lost a child, especially to gun violence. Um, it's horrific,
yes,
horrific, and I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. And it's just wow. Yeah, that night I think, because you know how we go through good days and bad days.
mm-hmm.
And I think that was probably the top bad day out of the whole 2.5 years, because I never, go on social media like that. But it was bad.
Yeah.
It was really bad. So how have you been handling things? How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm healed, but I still have those days as well.
Of course.
During the pandemic, I decided to write a journal, publish a journal, with all of the scriptures that helped me to heal and where they,
Oh,
express the type of pain that I was feeling. So, and since we were in the pandemic and I had also lost my brother to the virus, I said, well,
oh,
this is all these feelings coming up again. So let
mm.
me just document everything. So I did that and wrote a little journal and got it published in February on Amazon.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, I would love, I would love for you to that's awesome. It sounds like it's something that would be a great healing tool for others. Maybe one day soon you can actually come on the platform and speak about what you have out there on Amazon, and speak about the publishing is the book and all that. Is that something you'd like to do?
Sure, I can do that.
That would be awesome. Awesome. I always look for, I do look for those to tell their story, because for some, it's kind of like part of a healing process. But
Yeah.
I also try to look for tools and people that can also help my members through the healing process. Ebony being one of them, where she's a grief specialist. My niece, Dr. Dia, on the spiritual side. And so I just try to bring in whatever I can to help anybody out there. And I think that would be amazing. I would love to read your book.
Great. It's a journal and it gives, the moms different prompts to use and
Okay.
different scriptures and some of my personal journal entries as well.
That sounds awesome. I'm excited for that.
I also have an audio of a poem that I wrote while I was grieving, and I could pull that up and let your listeners hear it if you like, because it was right in the beginning when, the grief was real heavy and everything. And it was like my cry to God to
Oh,
heal my pain. Hmm.
absolutely. I mean, I would love to hear it, and I'm sure my listeners would love to hear it.
Okay, let me see if I can pull it up. Dear God, I praise your holy name. I come to you today in excruciating pain. Something has happened, and I'll never be the same. I lost my son. Oh, how I wish it weren't true. I lost my son. I don't know what to do. I lost my son. I need some help from you. I've lost my son. He's not here anymore. I have lost my son. He won't be coming through the door. I have lost a son that I can no longer see smile. I have lost a son whose phone number is no longer dial. I have lost a son whose voice I can no longer hear say, Mom, don't you know I love you in a very special way? I have lost my son, and the joy of hearing his laughter is now gone. It's hard for me to hear his favorite song. I have lost my son. No more hugging, no more kissing. I have lost my son, and now a part of me is missing. I have lost my son that I love so much. Oh, what I would give to once again touch my son, my son. His pictures are now clutched. I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. I didn't get a chance to wipe a tear from his eye. It doesn't seem fair. It doesn't seem right. We're trying to grip you and hold you so tight. Feel my pain, dear Father, I pray. Feel my pain. Please make it go away. Feel my pain. I don't want it to stay. Feel my dear God. Would you do that for me today?
That's beautiful, Levon.
Thank you.
That is absolutely beautiful. And gosh, I could resonate with every word, every single word. That'd be awesome. I think, I don't know if you're able to, are you able to share that in our group? Or did
I
you
probably to put the link to it in the group.
Okay.
Let me see if I can do that. Copy. And
It may require me to approve it, but that's okay. If it does that, I'll go, go back in later and I can approve it to come in.
okay. Let's see. I've lost the Facebook page. That's how the enemy be working, Let me get back in.
That's
Facebook.
fine. Whenever you get a minute, and then also send me an email when you get a chance.
Yeah, I did put it in the. Just sent you an email. Let me stop off.
Perfect. And then, I'd love to get together for you to come on and talk about the journal that you have on Amazon, as well as, tell your story, about your son. That would be awesome. But I'll get back with you via email and we can coordinate it. I know, I believe the month of October is booked up already. But I do have some openings in November, so we can kind of communicate on what dates are good for you, and we can work around that.
Sure, that sounds
That'd be
fine.
awesome. I appreciate you calling in, and I appreciate you joining the group and following us and um, offering your great healing tools to us and to my members. I so appreciate that, and I look forward to you coming on board and speaking about your journal and about your son.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I
Of
look
course.
forward to receiving an email from you as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay,
All right.
talk to you soon.
Okay, you have a good night.
You
All
too.
right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That was awesome, guys. I don't know about you, but I'm excited to read that journal. Excuse me. So I'm gonna have her on very, very soon, everybody. And I think what she's offering is a wonderful healing tool that I hope everyone will take advantage of. So let's see. We have a couple of comments. Oh my goodness. Are y'all ready for this? So Crystal, she says, so I got some good news. Just so y'all know, Scorpio season coming up. So let's give your admins a shout out, Scorpio gang. Boo, Sagittarius. No. But yeah, okay. It's coming up soon. Oh my goodness. Look, y'all, we're gonna hear about that for the next 6 months between her and my child. But anyway, Julissa says, yes, please, would love to hear it. Julissa, let me know if you were able to hear it. I could hear it. I didn't even stop to think and ask if everyone else could. I hope you could, because it was absolutely beautiful. And then Lynette says, praise the Lord. Yes, Lynette, amen to that. And I think, Crystal, I guess you guys could hear it because she said that's beautiful. It was amazing. I really enjoyed it a lot. So thank you again, Lavon, if you're still listening. So it's 6:56. So I made it through another episode and I wasn't bored. Thank y'all for keeping me company. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your calls. It was amazing. I kind of do like this open mic thing. And but I think maybe next time I'm going to kind of jot some topics to talk about just in case. No, so we can keep away from this dead silence in between. But I really do appreciate y'all participating and keeping me uplifted and sending all words of encouragement to me and people in my group. So we're down to the last couple of minutes. So again, let me just remind you guys, next week, Veronica will be on and she will be speaking about the loss of her twin sister who passed away from domestic violence. Again, it's be our first domestic violence. And so if there's anyone else there, with my group, I know it's based off, the murder of my son, but, God put it on my heart to help everybody. So because grief is grief. Yes, the loss of a son for murder, it hits way different. I'm going to keep it real. It hits way different. And I can say that because I've experienced the loss of my mother, my father, my brother, my cousin, my auntie, and my son. And I grieve differently with each one of them. But the bottom line is grief is grief. It's still all processed the same. It just hits a little different depending on the loss. So anyway, 6:58. Oh, got a couple more comments. Yes, Julie says, she said, absolutely beautiful. It really was. And I hope you guys tune in. I'm gonna, I want to try to get Lavon in like the very beginning of November because I'm excited about that. So make sure you guys tune in and show support, okay? Lynette, I pray for y'all. Thank you so much. Prayers. I love prayers. Continue to pray for me, my family. Continue to pray for everybody in my group. And a special prayer again to my family, Dr. Dia and my niece Tia, and my niece Yamika, my sister Debbie, and my nephew Tommy and Dante. Special prayer. They lost their dad today, so not today. Listen to me. I'm so sorry. So send a special prayer. Keep them lifted, and pray that God will give them comfort and peace. So, guys, it's 6:59. So I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Okay. Julissa said she heard some of it, but missed some words very low. Okay, love you too. Okay, that's fine because I think she's gonna try to put it in the group so you guys can go and take a listen. And if it does get in the group, if she wasn't able to do that, we'll figure it out. We'll get it up there. So again, don't forget, page is going private after tonight. Anyone that's already a member, if you have any issues, let me know. Send me an email or a DM. We'll get you back in there. Not sure if the live part is going to be private or not. I would have to kind of, play with the program and see if that's possible. We'll see. But we'll still be going live on YouTube. Don't forget. But the particular group will be private. And tune in next week. The week after that is Dr. Adia. Possibly that might be rescheduled. We will welcome that if it needs to be rescheduled. So I love y'all. I appreciate you. And thank you for joining and keeping me company. Well, lovely people, we are signing off. I hope you enjoyed our episode this week. Be sure to tune in next Sunday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And remember, no matter how old or how young, our children will forever be our babies. We just have one with wings. Be gentle with yourself and take all the time you need to heal. Thanks for joining. Good night. Good night, everybody. Take care.